Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this video. Welcome to this channel. I am Val. This is Vibrations with Val. And today we're starting something new. It's the new year, it's 2026. And I'm glad that you are all here. Welcome if you haven't been here before. I'm glad that you landed on this video and that you will get from it whatever you need. Your guides brought you here, your intuition brought you here. I'm glad to see you. And it has been a chaotic journey for this channel because I have started new things in every month from 2024 till now. And in these 2 years, a lot of things happened for me. A lot of changes happened. A lot of discoveries happened, and it was a journey of searching for new things and trying new things and overall learning the way. But it has brought me to a place that is now very, very much more stable. And I see why it has all happened now, because I can now see myself different, grown, and much more, clear on my path and on my intentions. So in this channel before, you could see channelings, because I do channel. I am a channeler. Channelings that are from Pleiadians to Arcturians to Lyrians to whomever you think of, because I have accessed a lot of those, vibrational frequencies. And I have worked with the Galactic Council of the 5 signatures of light that are a council within the Federation of the Galactic Federation of Light. So you could see those, you could see channelings. And then what you could also see are a lot of vocal transmissions that are also type of channelings, but sound therapy. So you can see those. And then you can see affirmations that I did just recently. In the last autumn, I was doing affirmations because I thought that I never really found vibration of recorded affirmations that I would really love, that I would really resonate with. And I found them within myself, and I just decided to do it. Basically, I decided to do it on my own. So you could see all those things back in the days. And right now I am in this chapter of my life where I am doing sound therapy for people. I am doing my sound therapy for clients. And I'm channeling information for those same clients. In my sound therapy sessions, I have combined all of this into one whole session, where I'm also guiding them through their meditational journey, because overall, all that I can do is guide and, create a space for someone to do their own work. But I have been feeling this urge of sharing and talking more. And I wanted to go through this journey recording, because I know that time is passing and we are changing so much. Like, we're evolving so much that if I see myself 2 years behind from now, Like in the beginning of 2024, I was a completely different person, although that my spiritual journey even started like 6 years before that, 6 years prior to that. So you could imagine, like, we are all evolving so much, and it's some kind of nostalgia that is built up within me, that it doesn't matter where we are in the journey, and it doesn't matter if we consider that lower, higher, bigger, better, whatever, but it's it, that's it, you know, that's the moment. And if you don't have that moment, it's never going to come back. And that's so beautiful that I wanted to share every single step of my journey, as much as I can help you with my new understandings, because we are all going through this together. It's an amazing shift. It's an amazing planetary shift that is happening. And it's not possible for any of us to go through this alone, because we are connected. And whenever I go through something, it means that someone in my reality, or most of the times a bunch of people in my reality, are going through the same thing in a different shape or form, but through the same thing or a similar thing. We all have so much connections between us, and so much things that we have to start thinking where we are aligning ourselves, and stop thinking about where we are in disagreements, or we are separated, where we are separated. We have to shift our perspective into going more into the connections. So that's why I wanted to start sharing, because now I'm also working with clients. And I have been doing this since October, so since I became 23. And yes, I am only 23 years old, and I'm already, you know, doing readings and stuff. But that's because I started my journey very, very young, when I was 16, 17 years old. And for me, it was impossible before that to start working with people, because I thought of myself to be not capable and not competent enough. But then things build up, and I gained that confidence, because I never do it for myself. I always do it because I know that the information that is going through is needed for that person. So enough with the talkings about the ear. I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to just share with you that I love the opportunity that we have in this life and this world, to have this technology, these amazing tools, where we can very easily share with each other our emotions, our experiences, our ways, the way that we do things. And today I want to talk about surrender. And this is something that my guides have been telling me in my head since this morning, where I felt the urge to start recording, finally, just to record something and to just throw it out in the internet. And my guides have been saying that into my head, and saying, surrender, 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 surrender. This is what you have to talk about. And why surrender? I don't actually know, but I can tune into that energy right now. And if you want to do it with me, I will be very, very happy. So you can put one hand on your heart, and or two hands. I have a crystal in my hand too, so we can put our hands on the heart, and then just simply breathe in, and then let everything out. So you have to know that I am pretty much very nervous, because it's not that I haven't been in front of camera, but it's very different when you have to talk about your experiences. And the English is not my native language, so my head is kind of like stressing out. But I'm now calming down my brain, and I'm letting through the information that is going to come about surrender to come. Okay, so to surrender to the flow of things, we have to surrender to the journey itself, and to put our minds back to the idea that it's not the destination that we're going for, it's the journey that we're moving through it. This is actually why I love sound so much, because sound shows us that it's a journey. Sound and vibration is always about the experience of the movement, the flow, the being of the sound itself. And it's never about an end result. It's never about the end of the note or the moment where you finally be done with the song or with the mantra or whatever. But it's about the journey. And with life, it's the same. We know that journey is a journey, and if it was about the end result of life, it will be called death. But still, all of the time, we are searching for this next milestone or this next moment where something will click and we'll have that, experience of the next level. So next level is, for a lot of us, in spiritual growth. When I'm working now with clients, every second client is saying, well, I need support in my spirituality, in my spiritual growth. And this is something that is very, very strange, because we think of spirituality as something that we have to evolve within. But as much as we evolve, we understand that there is nowhere to go. And yet we are all the time searching for this next milestone. And I understand that, really, because I have that too. But what my guides have been telling me all the time is that when you want something like a new experience, you just have to let yourself have it. And then you won't have the need to strive for it. Let yourself have it, especially when it comes to spirituality. Because spirituality, what do people want from their spirituality? How do they want to grow within it? Well, most of people, they want to hear their guides, trust their intuition, see synchronicities and understand reality and what the signs are. And fourth, probably the most wanted thing, is psychic abilities of any type. So hearing, seeing in meditation, channeling, all those things. And then me, myself, where this is my work, I have that too. I'm like, well, I want to be better at seeing. I want to see like her. Like she says she sees that, and I have never seen that. Why haven't I seen that? And all those types of things. And then my guides come in and they just say, well, if you want, just permit yourself having it, permit yourself doing it, for the sake of understanding that you can, and that it's there, and that it's yours. And then you only choose if you need it, if you want it, if it's needed for somebody else, and how are you going to use it? How are you going to use that information? So going back to surrender, if we want something to happen which is spiritual, we really have to surrender, because the moment that we are in a complete peace, we are one with all that is. This is why when somebody dies, we say peace to his soul. We say that he is now in peace. So we say that he's in everything. He is one with everything. The more you bring to yourself peace, the more you experience oneness. And the more you experience oneness, the more you experience connection. And the more you experience connection, the broader is your perspective. So it's expansive, and now you have all this information, and now you have all this knowledge and all these capabilities of knowing and understanding. But it only comes when you are in peace. And coming to this sense of peace goes through surrender, because surrendering is what will let you go to a complete peace. Nothing else but surrendering, letting go, just surrendering, letting go. Because how would you feel peace if you are holding on to this? If you're holding on to it, if you're tight, you won't feel peace. You will feel the urge of, I want it to make something, I want myself to make it do something, I want whatever. It's I want. But surrendering is letting yourself be, letting myself be. And because the channel is called Vibrations with Val, and I'm going to tell you why it's called that way. Vibrations for me are not only representation of energy movement. Vibrations for me, they mean that when your mind cannot comprehend something, because the only way that we can translate ideas to each other is with talking or showing. And the best tool that we have is talking. We have all played this game where we try to guess the words only with showing with our hands, with signs, without words, without sounds, and it's very hard. So having the words is the best tool that we have to communicate ideas between each other and to communicate information. And information and energy in science, they're quite the same thing. So it's movement of some kind of informational energy. And words are just codes for information. They are things that are like balloons where I'm putting this word and I'm giving it to you. But then vibrations is what's behind. It's what's behind the words. It's what is coded within the word. And although you can say something with all of your love, if this word in the mind of the computer that is receiving the word, which is the other person, if it is coded in a different way, it has a different program to it, it means a different thing, then they won't understand you however you say it. So vibrations And the way that we can translate energy to each other is with our hands, touch, physical, being close to each other. And this is what we do with Reiki. This is what we do when we are in one room. We exchange energy on many different levels. But then if I want to exchange certain information and a specific range of information, like a specific information or understanding or recognition that I have within myself, and I want to share it with you, the most beautiful way that we have to do that is sound. And we can just go with sound. We can translate information from our spirit to ourselves, to our souls, through sound too. How do we do that? Well, we hum, or we sing an ah, or an ah, or we breathe. Air, breath, that's another way that transmission of vibrations can be done. And actually sound is existing because of the air. If the air wasn't there, then the sound couldn't be existing, because sound is literally air vibrating, vibrating in a certain resonance field. So surrendering to that peace and surrendering to ourselves expands our minds more than any understanding, learning, or practice that we can do. Letting ourselves go empty is what is actually filling us with so much more light. And now, as I say that, I would like you to put your hands on the heart one more time. Have a good deep breath in, and then let everything go out fully until you have no air left in your body. And in that moment, let yourself surrender and go empty. Just empty yourself and see how light will naturally come to you, because you are a light. You are light being. You are nothing else but light. And when you empty the garbage, you are left with light and light only. Sanyahari, Sanyahari, Sho. Sanyahari Anu. No. Breathe in one last time and let everything go. Permit yourself to experience whatever you want to experience. If you want to start seeing auras, for example, let yourself see them, and then you will understand that it's not something that you have to strive for. It's not something that you have to compete yourself with other people for. For that, I have it, I can do it, and somebody else couldn't. Eventually, going through this process of ascension and evolvement of the planet, we will all be channeling. We will all be psychic, and we will all be aligned with the energy of our higher selves. And this is the only way that we can reach that different state of reality collectively. And we'll go through that journey of I'm learning it and I can do it, or he can do it, why can't I, or whatever. But let go and let yourself do it. Because actually, when you let yourself do it, just by simply acknowledging the fact that you are this eternally light, blissful being that you are, when you let yourself do it, you are helping others do it more easily too, because there is another impulse into the collective that, oh, it's happening, it's there, the change is there. B, you are very much connecting with your higher self, so you are coming into this sense of peace with yourself. C, you no longer have to strive for anything, so you won't be competitive, or you won't be jealous, or all of those things are going to fall by themselves just because you have let yourself. So my wish for you for this year and for this month of January is to let yourself, to permit yourself to be and to do all those things, not because you're going to do them every single day. Then when you let yourself do it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, let yourself also stop doing it. I can channel, and I'm not channeling. I have not been channeling for almost, for example, 1 month, and then I'm channeling for a group of people from time to time because they want me to, or my guides want me to. But overall, right now, it's not what I do, but I'm channeling all the time. My guides, I'm channeling all the time energy. And it's just different types of channeling. Sometimes I'm drawing, sometimes I'm doing something else. So let yourself see what it is and then choose for yourself, do you want to do it or not? Because I believe that so many people, when they want something, they believe that they have to strive for it, they have to battle for it, they have to work hard to gain it, to go there, to be able to do it. And then at the end of the day, they feel like, well, if I do it, then I have to do it for the rest of my life, or I will have to do it constantly then. If I can meditate, then I will have to meditate. Or if I can meditate, then I will have to become psychic or channeler, I don't know, whatever. Well, no, you can do whatever you want, but you just simply have to acknowledge that you can't do those things. Same way that you can run. You can choose not to run, but you have the physical ability, because you are a human, to run. Same thing there. You can meditate, you can channel, you can do whatever you want. You can see spirit in form if you permit yourself, if you let yourself do it, and if you surrender to your higher self, if you surrender to the oneness of all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again sometime soon.